Compadre, amigo, Jaime Camil, ¿cómo estás? Good to see you.
Bien, Carlos, how are you, my brother?
I'm doing very, very well. It's so good to see you again. And
Always.
you are the most handsome man in media. There's absolutely there's no way you're not at the top of the heap.
You know what? That's it. That's our cue. Thank you, Carlos. Good to see you. Bye.
Good to see you. You know, it's always interesting as we get into this Movember movement. You've got a big event coming up on May 18th, and you've got your Indian motorcycle sweatshirt on. And I'm telling you, you're going to ride your bike as a distinguished gentleman through the streets of Beverly Hills. Tell me about your involvement in Movember and why this ride is so important to you.
Listen, we don't have this event. The world has this event. May 18th, every single city or major city in the world rides dapper, dressed super good and dapper and elegant, whatever, to bring awareness to men's health, which is what I love about the event, right? I started very ignorant riding the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride because I thought it was like a parade to ride on motorcycles and have fun. And then I start to dig deep into the meaning of why the DGR exists. And then I learned that it benefits Movember, which is, as you know, the leading worldwide charity for men's health. And they actually direct 75 or 80% of the resources to men's mental health, which is incredible because I lost my dad in 2020. Not that he took his own life or anything, but when he died, my brothers and my family, we connected the dots and we realized that my dad was suffering from a big depression, like a very deep depression. And you know how we are as men, right? We power through. We don't ask for help. We have to hide our feelings, when in reality, our feelings are our superpower, right? We have to use them to be better men and better humans in general. But men are supposed to power through. Don't tell your boys that you love them because you might make them soft. And don't talk about your feelings and bury your feelings under the rug and whatever. And that's the worst thing we can do as human beings, not only men, but as human beings, because when you open up and when you ask for help and when you see a brother that is not quite being himself and not quite talking to the group as he used to, reach out. Hey, is everything okay? Is everything fine?
Yeah.
You want to go for a talk, not for a beer. It's not about drinking. It's about opening up, our feelings. So I do love Movember. It's a very it's a cause very near and dear to my heart.
Well, you've already raised $251,000 on your own. I mean, you are
crazy, right?
You're a raising powerhouse there, which is fantastic. And all of us that are involved in Movember are grateful to you for all that you do.
Oh, it is my pleasure. I love them. They're so nice. They're all.
I've got to tell you, Jaime, we lost Sam Rubin last year, one of my closest friends, and Sam, like so many of us, ignored the health signals he was getting. He ignored a lot of things, just from what I hear, that he should have taken care of. And I think a lot of it, it's a bit of ego, a bit of machoism, machismo. Yeah. It's a bit of the men, hey, I'm going to be fine. Don't worry about me. I can carry on. I can do this junket. I can go to this movie premiere. I can work all day. I can work all night, and nothing's going to happen to me. And look what we lost Sam at a very young age, and I'm very sad about it. But like as we say in Movember, I took that clue, that cue, and said, I better check myself. And then I ended up with getting a stent in my heart.
Oh, wow.
So the Movember lesson is really important. And it's very important to you because, as you mentioned, your dad needed some help but wouldn't reach out. Maybe because he's Latino and he's a male and blah, 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 right?
Well, back in the day, that generation, as human beings, as men, we have compartments in our life. We have the financial compartment, the family compartment, the time for ourselves compartment, right? And as you know, the generation of my dad was, if you don't have financial power, you're nothing. If you're not a provider, you're nothing. If you don't have financial stability, you're nothing. So
no vales nada.
Exactly. So my dad, unfortunately, when he died, he had zero money. Wow. Zero. And he was very well. I mean, my family, my dad was very, very wealthy. Many people from Mexico know that my family was very wealthy and we had a beautiful, blessed and privileged life. But when he died, we realized he had no money. So imagine for someone growing up, being so successful, so wealthy, only caring about the financial compartment aspect of his life. Then all of a sudden that compartment vanishes. Boom. What is left? Human, family, whatever, all of those compartments are empty.
Yeah.
So he felt empty as a person. He felt empty, right?
That was his value.
And unfortunately, you know, I tried to come to Los Angeles, Dad. Come on, be with your grandchildren. You can stay in the house. And you know, for my dad, how come I'm gonna go to Los Angeles and not stay at the presidential suite of the peninsula? For the love of God. It's like, and have 15 drivers on the lobby waiting for me. I'm like, no, that's not important. The good thing is to come and spend time with your grandchildren, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think that Movember is a happy event. It's an event of you know, one of those things where your ride, for example, is joyful and fun, and everybody gets dressed 100%. Up, and it sends a really strong message. And I mean, you've been so successful. You've had such a great career, you know, in television, telenovelas, películas, music. You know, you played El Rey. I mean, come on, you've done it all, and you continue to, and you know, as long as you retain that beautiful face, you're going to be okay. And I think
I like to think that I'm a good actor as well.
Yeah. Well, you're good at all of this. You're good at all of it. So that's what I think is great. And surprise, surprise, I get in the mail.
Oh,
you're not going to believe this.
Oh, that's my wife. That's my wife, 100%.
Milaluna Salsa Mystica. Okay, so I already broke into one of the boxes, but it says it's a luxury salsa made by your wife. Oops,
yes.
It's upside down. But check out the luxury box.
It's very bougie.
So how did this come about? How did you get into this?
Carlos, you have no idea, man. My wife's an amazing cook. I'm very privileged to eat gourmet food every single day of my life. Her mom was an amazing cook, but with all the respect to my late mother-in-law, my wife, she's much better. And I was shooting Schmigadoon in Vancouver in 2020, right? First NBC show back during or after the pandemic. So
right, I remember.
Borders were closed.
We actually talked during that. Yeah.
Exactly. Blah blah blah. You remember? And then our landlady, because you know, rent. I'm like, if we're gonna be in Vancouver for 2.5 months, I'm gonna rent a house. So you know, the whole house for yourself. We arrive and the house has. You know, people are living in the house. We're like, what is this? So in Canada, they lift up these old houses, build like a loft under the houses, and then they put the house down.
Wow.
Blessing in disguise. I told my wife, should we leave? Should we go? No, let's go. Long story short, we become great friends of Christian, our landlady. And Christian was sending us hummus, and my wife was sending her salsas. And then Christian goes like, you should commercialize these things. They're so delicious. So it's a labor of love. 5 years after, and my wife saying, we have to roast the tomatoes. And every commercial kitchen is like, no. We just like paste, like toothpaste that taste like roasted tomatoes. And my wife was like, under no circumstance, I'm not gonna not roast the tomato. So yeah. You know, find a kitchen that will roast the tomato. So make a long story short, we found it. It's actually in Burbank here in California.
Yeah.
And the salsa is delicious. One is made of cilantro, one is made of white truffle. It's, you know, if you've eaten real Mexican salsa with a chunky consistency,
right. That's what I like about this.
Yeah, the tortilla chip and whatever, or put on tacos or whatever, your omelettes, huevos, whatever you want to put the salsa on. And we're super excited because we're going to do our collaboration with our local coffee, Alfred. So every single Alfred burrito will come with Milaluna salsa.
Wow.
And we're super excited. MilalunaSalsa.com. It's called Mila because that was the name of our Chihuahua, who's no longer with us.
Of course it was. Of course.
That's why you see the little Chihuahua there, because Mila actually existed. She existed. And she made us happy for 14 years.
Well, I'll tell you what. My first review is it's got a bit of a bite to it. It's spunky. Be ready for that.
The green one, not so much.
Okay, I haven't opened the green one. But I had this for breakfast this morning, and it was good. Very good.
Thank you.
And so I like it. So you get my endorsement. It's fantastic.
Thank you so much.
It's also very good for your health, by the way. I always say the best Mexican food is the healthiest food you'll ever eat.
They say chiles. I know I'm very ignorant, but you should know this. They said that the active ingredient in chiles is very good for your heart and for your health.
Absolutely,
So they say.
Absolutely, it is. My father lived to be 95, so I mean, I know.
Amazing.
And he ate serranos.
Serranos directly, the biting the serranos. You know the show about the hot ones? Forget the hot ones. Do it with real chiles, with chiltepin, with serranos, with chipotles. Just bite it. That's gonna be good.
That takes a real man, and that's not me. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Jaime, again, Movember.com. Get involved in the drive.
It happens, as you know, in every single city in the world, right? May 18th, we're in Lisboa, Madrid, Mexico City, San Francisco, New York, Los Angeles. Last year, I was privileged enough to ride in Mexico City, and my dear friend and Mexican billionaire, Ricardo Salinas, made a very generous offer donation to the DGR in Movember, and that donation helped put Mexico City in the first place. So it's not that it's a competition, but we do want Los Angeles to finish first this year as the first city. Yeah. So definitely visit gentlemansride.com or my personal fundraising page, which is gfolk.me/Camil. But gentlemansride.com is fine, and let's try to make Los Angeles the #1 city this year.
Let's connect and let's have it done. Jaime Camil, one of my favorite friends and one of the greatest people in Hollywood. It's so great to talk to you. God bless you and continued success. Buena suerte. Nos vemos.
You're the best, Carlos. Thank you so much. Always love spending time with you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.